Welcome to Silver Solutions Radio, an enlightening and engaging program discussing various topics preparing you and your family for the golden years. Questions, answers, and solutions about taking care of loved ones and helping them to remain independent and enjoy an active and fulfilling life. And now, right at home, in-home care and assistance, and WRMN AM 1410 present Silver Solutions Radio.
We have two guests this morning from Oak Trace, which is a life space community in Downers Grove. So with us today are Julio Macias, the Assistant Executive Director, and Patty Skates, the Community Liaison. So Julio and Patty, please tell our listeners a little bit more about your backgrounds and roles at Oak Trace.
Thank you, Karen. Again, my name is Julio Macias, and I am the Assistant Associate Director at Oak Trace. And I've been in the industry for 15 years, and my role at Oak Trace is truly to serve not only the residents and families, but we like to serve our team members, which we call our associates team members. So that's part of my role, is to not only take care of those individuals, because if you take care of your team members, they'll take care of your residents.
Good morning, I'm Patty Skates. I am the Community Liaison with Oak Trace in Downers Grove, and my role is multifaceted. I spend a lot of time out in the community working with providers such as Jim and Karen to enable our people that come in and tour an opportunity to see our community and also to work closely with outreach providers. I've been in the industry about 20 years.
Wow.
At different facets.
That's
so I'm
fantastic.
very happy to be a part of Life Space in Downers Grove.
Thank you both for what you're doing. I just wanted to, don't have to do this, but reintroduce Julio. Julio's been here a couple times. He's a pro at this. Yeah. So that's great. So welcome back.
Thank you, Jim. I appreciate it.
So what's the buzz at Oak Trace in Downers Grove?
Oh, okay, Jim. The neat thing is, we have a lot going down right now at Oak Trace and Downers Grove. One of the big things is we just did acquire 3 new communities in the state of Texas. So now Life Space Communities, it has 8 states where we provide our services, with 15 communities among those 8 states. And the buzz here in Downers Grove is, which Patty will get into a little bit more later on the show today, is our new health center that was just completely built on our campus. And then what we're coming up in the future too is having our new residential living apartment building starting construction late fall this year.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Julio, could you just kind of go over where else lifestyle communities are?
Perfect. Yeah. We cover the state of Florida, Kansas, Illinois, Iowa, Minnesota, Texas, Nebraska, and Pennsylvania.
Great.
Excellent. So if you have any relatives in those states that need help, and you can have them call any of those locations. So just look for what now? Let's give them a web address.
Yeah, definitely. If you want to hear more about us and get more information, the website would be www.lifespacecommunities.com.
Great. This next question is for Patty. Patty, tell us a little bit more about Oak Trace and the different levels of living for seniors.
We are a true continuing care retirement community, also known as a CCRC in the industry. It's a 44-acre campus, and so we do have every level of care available, both rent to own and also month-to-month rental. So we have independent living, we have assisted living, skilled nursing, both short-term and long-term. We have on-site dialysis. We also provide respite care, which is a short-term opportunity for the individual, and most importantly for the family member who needs a break. We do not have a minimum stay for respite, so we would be very happy to talk to families about that as well.
I think that all those different levels of care, like you said, the CCRC can give families a lot of reassurance that as their loved one progresses through the aging process, that they will always be cared for. And I think that's really neat and unusual that you have the in-house dialysis. I haven't heard that before.
So we're excited.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so that's real. Being a C, and thank you very much, because we use all our acronyms while we're in the industry, as every industry. So CCRC is what again?
Continuing Care Retirement Community.
Explains itself. So from independent living all the way through, right?
Correct.
Okay, excellent, excellent. Can you update us on residential living?
Sure, definitely. Thanks, Jim. Like I said earlier, Oak Trace currently has around 222 residential living apartments on campus, and just the need. We just finished up our health center. In the second phase of our construction, we're going to build an additional 163 residential living apartments, ranging from 1 bedrooms to 2 bedrooms plus den. And the neat thing is just we truly have of a range of living options for the individuals out looking for something.
Mm-hmm. Which is fantastic. And that's, I know a lot of people, when they go to someplace like Oak Trace, it's remarkable because you start off with independent living, and you can just go through the variations of living with them.
Exactly. That's a neat thing we really truly strive is when someone visits Oak Trace, we usually do tend to have a level of living that can meet their needs. Again, you don't have to start off on the residential living portion of the community. If you come visit, you can visit with Patty that will handle answering questions if your needs need a little bit more care, a little more attention to detail. And if you're just planning, if you're a planner for the future, we do ask you to reach out to Mark Zullo, our marketing sales director, and he can give you an overview of what the residential living existing and future plans have in store.
Can you describe your campus for us? I can imagine this. I haven't been there, and I apologize. I haven't been there, but I would have to think the campus has got to be beautiful.
Yes, it is. It is gorgeous. And ask me that question again in a year when we have our new residential setting and a gorgeous new courtyard.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're excited about those views. And I always try to point that out when I'm on tours in the new Health and Wellness Center. The windows are absolutely gorgeous. They're spacious. And you don't look out the window at an interstate. You look out at a nice wooded area. So the campus is beautiful. It's a 44-acre. Our new Health and Wellness Center is on the back side of the campus, and the grand entrance faces south.
So let's talk,
Right.
so give us some more details about the Health and Wellness Center. I'm really excited to learn more about that.
Sure. Well, on one side, we have 63 assisted living apartments, and those range from a smaller 1-bedroom to 2-bedroom large. So the price varies upon the size of the apartment. And we look at every individual as far as what type of care they require. The other part that we're really excited to provide for the families that have those loved ones struggling with dementia or Alzheimer's is our memory support community. And it's very nice. We have a lot of nice functional space on that unit. We refer to them as neighborhoods, but it goes in a big circle. So those residents can walk, which is what they'd like to do. They can walk inside, and we have a beautiful courtyard for them to sit outside as well. And so that is, we're really proud of that fact. We also have a short-term rehab community that's right across from our brand new beautiful rehab gym. That's provided to all the residents in the building. You don't necessarily have to be a short-term resident. And then we also have the wonderful on-site dialysis. And then on the 4th floor is our long-term care folks, those that will be with us for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And then we also welcome other providers in, such as hospice companies as well.
Great.
I think that's fascinating. I think you guys have taken just a real great look of what the aging process is, being able to provide all those services in such a caring way. I mean, I'm really impressed with the dialysis in your community, and also the short and long-term rehab, because let's face it, when we go to the hospital, okay, you can go to a rehab facility, but here you don't even have to leave home.
Right, exactly. And that's the beauty of it, is not only is it available for our residents in need, but the community. We like to say Oak Trace is a village within a village of Downers Grove. So we have our, as Patty goes and makes connections, she does let our future residents or future care know that you can come to Oak Trace, get stronger, rehab, and have the option of returning to your home in the community or taking a second look at what Oak Trace has to offer right here on campus.
Which I think that's so beneficial for you guys. I mean, that is fantastic. Everybody can experience your care, your loving care, as they're going through rehab, and then check out the community. So, and I like your village within a village. Let's talk a little bit about skilled nursing. I understand you are a 5-star Medicare rating for DuPage County. Could you talk about that a little bit?
Yes, thanks, Jim. A 5-star Medicare rating is something that every loved one should research online. You should go to the Medicare Compare and see those communities in your area that are a 5-star Medicare rated community. And it's based on wellness, safety, staffing ratios, a multitude of different qualities that you should look for in a community when you're choosing one for your loved one, whether it be short-term or even a long-term choice.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go back along those lines to something Julio said in the beginning about if you take care of your team members are going to take care of your residents. Do you think that plays a role in the fact that you have a 5-star Medicare rating?
Definitely. We have a great leader. Her name's Michelle Hart Carlson. And within our organization, she has just set standards to help Oak Trace reach the 5-star rating. And as like I said earlier, out of the 15 communities that we have, Michelle has been asked by the home office to help be a mentor to our fellow administrators at different states on how we can raise the bar and provide that care for our residents and families.
Wow, that's fantastic. That actually gives me goosebumps because as a former family caregiver for several different relatives, I know how challenging it can sometimes be to find that level of care and that security that you want for your loved one. So thank you guys for doing such a great job.
Oh, thank you.
You know, I have a question here that I think would be important to our audience to know. With as many other locations that you have, I noticed that some of those are in very popular retirement areas. Say you have a family up here that say their dad is being cared for by one of your communities down in Florida. Is there an easy transfer process if they want to move them closer to home?
Exactly. That's a great question, Jim. Yes, there is an easy process. What would happen would start communications with each executive director at each campus, talking about what that individual needs as far as care-wise, what's the best plan of attack, making sure that we can provide the care needed and a safe transfer to a location that may fit better your needs.
Yeah, I think that's all important, and the reason I ask that is I'm getting to that age. I want to retire. Okay. But there's going to be one day it's, I get a little bit older. I don't think my kids up here are going anywhere. And I think it's important that I find a way or think out forward enough to say, you know what, I might want to come back to Illinois and be with my family.
Right.
Well, the operative word there, Jim, is family.
There we
And
go.
that's why it's such an exciting opportunity to be part of the LifeSpace community family. So we do treat those like family members. They go to the top of our list.
Absolutely. That's wonderful. Let's talk a little bit about the amenities that you have there. I noticed some of the things we might want to touch on are some safety features, transportation, different aspects with physicians. So let's touch a little bit on that, Patty.
Sure, Karen. The new Health and Wellness Center has several amenities. One of the nicest amenities is our physicians that do come in there, but you do not have to change doctors. You can keep your doctor.
Okay. Great.
That's important for family members as well. We work with other specialists such as podiatrist and neurologist.
Okay.
So we're excited about that. Safety features, we do have all of the state-of-the-art safety features in place. Our concierge is there for like till 8 o'clock at night, but families have a method to get into the building if they need to. The individuals wear a call button and also have one on their bedroom wall and in their bathroom wall, but it's not just for emergency purposes. It's like they can press that button if it's too hot in their room. So, and our staff are equipped with a nice state-of-the-art iPad, and it shows whose call button is going off. And it also documents how, in a timely fashion, they respond to that call. And that's very important for families as well. Sometimes they get frustrated with the time lapse in between when they press their button.
Right.
So we're able to track that and to respond to that.
Is that an independent living as well as I'm sure obviously it would be an assisted and on up, but is it an independent living as well?
Karen, thanks for asking. Yeah, we also have a system that in our residential independent living portion of the community where it's also a call button system that they wear a pendant around their neck, or they can actually wear a bracelet. And residents actually sign up to be checked in every day. That's just an added feature. So if we do not hear that check-in from our residents on the residential side, we have 24-hour security that's all in-house that will go in and check on each individual that did not check in for that day. Or if that individual needs assistance by pressing that button, like Patty had stated, our security team can address and document and get to that individual as soon as possible, because it's actually GPS censored. So anywhere on the 44 acres of the campus can identify, we can get pinged, and we know exactly where our residents at.
So if somebody was out walking and fell or tripped or something like that and didn't come back in time for dinner or something, then you guys have thought of everything. That's amazing.
Thank you. Yes.
Wonderful. What about transportation? I think that's another amenity that you offer. Tell us a little bit about that.
We have our own vans, transportation that we utilize for our residents for activities, events out in the community, as well as transportation to physicians' appointments, family events. And we also utilize local transportation if the family requests that as well. So transportation is provided.
All right.
Yeah, let's talk about some of the events that you guys offer your residents. It's got to be endless.
Right, definitely. As far as activities and lifestyles, we do partner up with Masterpiece Living, knowing that life continues as you're always a lifelong learner. So recently, the residents went to go downtown to take shows in. They've been to the Paramount in Aurora. They have teamed up to go to Drury Lane and catch shows there. We have actually looking at planning on how we can actually expand those trips and our transportation. We've had guest speakers come in, from comedians to performers, making it lively. One of the best comments I heard the other day was Julio, the Lifestyles team by the leadership of Paul Albano, who's our director. There's so much to do, I don't know what to pick. And they actually got upset because there were two events happening at the same time, and the individual wanted to participate. And as an operator, that's one of the best things you can hear, is if that's one of the issues that you have or opportunities that we have is because we have too much going on, by all means, bring it on.
That's exactly where you want to be.
Great.
How about family functions? Are there arrangements that can be made if somebody wanted to have like a family reunion?
Absolutely. As I said earlier, we have a lot of nice functional space, and I point those areas out when I am giving a tour to a family member. There's no cost to reserve a room. We just ask in advance that you let us know in which area and how many people. So we do have a lot of good functional space for family members. And we're also getting ready to host a family nationality meal.
How
in our
wonderful
memory
is
care
that?
center. Ivana is doing a great job with that, getting that to kick off.
Ivana, that sounds like could be Grumpy's, could be on the menu.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. As far as that, what Patty was saying, what we call is United Nations at Oak Trace.
That is so cool.
And the neat thing is we have such a diverse team member group. Remember, our team members are our employees, that we like to celebrate diversity at Oak Trace. And we have one special day where from the additional and multiple nationalities, ethnic backgrounds, we like to celebrate. We have a day where we'll fill the health center, and each table has a representation of that nationality, of food. They can do a traditional dance, a poster, and that truly builds community, not only with our team members, but our residents are also diverse from different backgrounds, that they get to participate, which we like to call at Oak Trace are called blended programs, where we actually are encouraged to have our team members participate in programming activities along with our residents.
That is something really unique that I haven't heard about before. I love that idea.
What a great
Thank you.
idea.
Yeah,
Thank you.
if I was there, I'd represent the Southern food.
There you
And some
There you
clog
go.
dancing and fiddling.
I got your card, Karen.
How
And
many team members do you have?
We're close to 300 team members arranged, because yes, and they range from full-time team members, part-time team members. We do employ a lot of the local high school students, which is great. We have very flexible hours because their commitments not only to school, to sporting events, and then it also helps them learn priorities and balance as the future will bring to them.
Great, and hopefully some future careers too.
Which I think is great too, because you're helping the next generation come up. Not only are you helping them come up, I would have to think just working with, alongside, and serving your residents has got to be a tremendous educational thing for these students too. So great job on that. How did that get started?
That has just been started with the programming. Our Human Resource Director, Jobin Joseph, has been great as far as just recruiting, reaching out, making those connections. And again, like in any business, the best referral are your fellow residents and team members. So the neat thing is, once we've been able to get to those students, they've been able to refer to each other and saying, you know what, I have a job. I've been still be able to participate in my sporting events and get my schoolwork done, but I still get to make a little bit of extra money on the side too. And then family referrals from bringing not only their residents and loved ones, is that they see that the care and how the atmosphere it is and the culture we have it draws them in.
I have one more question for you on one of the things, and one of the advantages of CCRCs is being able to share with the family a meal. And I apologize, a meal. Now, I would think and assume, can you describe what you have to offer in those amenities?
Sure. We have dining is I've always heard the way to someone's heart is through their stomach. And
I agree.
For me.
and one of the things is we have teamed up with our culinary team is we provide meals throughout the whole day. And if it's something that when you break bread, you're breaking bread usually with friends, families, loved ones, and we encourage that for you to come out and ask for a tour, even for a meal, where you get a sense of not only the service, the food that's provided. Our menu is truly what's always available, from hot dogs, chicken, salads, paninis, wraps, to specials. And that changes daily on the specials, always available. Sometimes people just like that comfort food. But we truly encourage you to contact us and set up a time to come in and just get a taste, literally a taste and a feel of what we have to offer.
Well, let's talk a little bit about that. Thanks, Patty and Julio, for being here with us today. So let our listeners know how they can get in touch with you and come out for a tour and sample some of that good food and meet some of your wonderful team members.
Thanks, Karen. Definitely. If you'd like to pick up the phone, feel free to dial 630-769-6565. And if you want to jump on the internet, to contact directly to Oak Trace would be www.oaktracedg.com. And to hear about all the 15 communities LifeSpace has to offer is www.lifespace.org. www.lifespacecommunities.com.
Great. Thank you so much.
We have a minute or so here. I'd like to get back personally to the grounds, okay? To the grounds that you guys are going to have. I'm a fisherman. Do you guys have lakes in the area?
We do have what we like to say like a small pond there
Uh-huh.
with a water feature, and it's actually been. We have to have that to keep the grounds green. It was one of the deals that we had.
Sure.
We have trees, mature trees on the campus. Over last time they counted, because with the construction, we're striving very, very hard to make sure we take down minimal trees, and any tree that's taken down will be replaced. So it's nice to see, like Patty had said, to have that piece of land in Downers Grove where once you drive on campus, you feel that you truly are in a different part of the country.
Absolutely. And families can have picnics out there and everything else. It's been wonderful to have you guys with us today. Thank you. And please encourage anybody to go down and see the Oak Trace community in Downers Grove.
Thank you very much,
Thank
Jim
you.
and Karen.
Thank you.